Oh, hello there, and welcome back to this wonderful island. I'm just doing some fishing in the hope of getting mending to fix up my Fortune 3 pickaxe, which, you know, has seen better days. But before I bore you to death with fishing, let's maybe turn our attention to an even more pressing issue. You can see all those buildings behind me, and you would think that I'm kind of established in this world already, right? But what if I told you I still have no proper storage room? Yeah, I know. Kinda pathetic. So that is exactly what we're gonna focus on today, and that also has to do with this spot. Open water, what even is it? A river? Horrible to build, right? No flat ground, nothing, but in a different sense, the perfect spot to build a boat. And after all, this is a fishing hut and we have all that watery theme going on, so it is about time that we build our first large vessel, which is not a vanilla boat, right? And combine that with a storage system, as obviously it makes sense for a merchant ship, and well, it's Minecraft, it won't move anyway. So let's get together the resources we need for that. Let's get a lot of spruce wood. Also some dark oak would be, I think, a good idea. We will need many trapdoors, that's for sure. Maybe also take some oak in case we need it. Oh, and yes, you can see new recipes unlocked. I've added finally the resource pack for mini blocks, as I think they make for wonderful decorations. I don't consider that modded, but rather flavoring. Yeah, I think actually wood is everything we need for now. If that's the outer wall, would that be far enough away? Would be a bit tight. Maybe go one block further. Yeah, I won't go crazy with the terraforming right now, but I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to shear off a little bit. Then we have to decide how deep it's supposed to be. Is that good? And then we have here kinda the lowest part of the bow. Oh, a wandering trader. We have not just had 1,000 of them. Blue dye? Red sand could be useful, but I don't think so, to be honest. Where are you even heading? You heard about the merchant ship, right? That I'm about to build and thought that would be the place for you. Unfortunately, it's not yet ready, as you probably can see. I don't think I want the ship to be sticking out too much. Maybe tucked away to the side would be a good idea. Okay, I think we're definitely going in the right direction. But it's gonna be huge if we continue that way. Maybe a bit too huge. Yeah, I think that's better. Then is the question, how long do we want it? Oh, there's a friend down there. Let's maybe take care of that dude. Good. Oh, and there's another one. I mean, as long as they don't have any trite. Oh well, the llama deals with it. That's fine, I suppose. No, it kinda is an unfair battle. The drone has just no chance against the llama. Except, of course, for when the llamas spit at each other. Then that is a bit unfortunate. Maybe we have to intervene. Okay, now now they're arguing with each other. It is just amazing. Alright, back to the ship. You know, enough distractions already. God. Is that large enough? I think it is. Let's look at it from the other side again. Guys, stop it! Yep, one llama is down. Well, that's a shame. Well, for the length of the front, it's not too long, but no, I think that works. I think that works. Then we just have to round out the back too? Yeah, I think that's a good outline. Oh, yeah, llamas drop leather, that's true. Oh well. What I wanted to say is that it's now time to think about the width of the ship. So I'd say we start off with half slabs before we then enter into full blocks for the next level. And that will probably be the ground floor. Maybe we have one slab more. Then we can already come to the full width down here. Would that look okay? Yeah, I think that makes for a good bow. So we only have to pull it forward and backwards and then do the tricky bits. You know, bring these two-dimensional shapes into a three-dimensional shape. But before I spend an hour fiddling with blocks on camera, I think that calls for a time-lapse. That's a lot of wood. And here she is. Probably my best build yet. Let me give you a tour. And in case you're wondering why the ship looks very different than it did in the time-lapse, well then probably because it does. I've changed around a lot of things, especially with the sails, as I was absolutely not happy with the first attempt. Obviously this is the biggest vessel I've ever built in Minecraft. You know, it's not ginormous, but for a survival vault I think quite substantial. Fairly long, a lot of sails, so somewhat reminiscent of a clipper. You know, a fast merchant ship. And I've docked it to the port via that small wooden bridge. And with this one I really tried, because of the larger scale, to make it a bit more realistic. So we have the curved deck rather than just going absolutely flat. And it also raises towards the front, where we have the tippity top. And you also notice that rectangular sail at the front. I have no idea how these things are called, by the way. This, by the way, is a direct access to down below. And also because all these are trapdoors, technically you could directly load in things from here. And that, by the way, is my attempt at a ship's wheel. You know, because we have an uneven number, the next size would be 3 blocks, which would be too big, so I just made it a bit small, but that's okay. And talking about the ship's wheel, we also have a proper rudder. I think I did include one with my large vessel from my last Let's Play world, so I'm glad we finally have it now. And also we have the name of the home harbor of the ship, which is Copper Island. I've now decided to call my island like that, because we use a bit of copper in our buildings. Obviously copper is easy to get in the mines, so Copper Island it is. So, and then we can get into the interior, which we have a small table for the crew to eat, cartography table with a map, and just some things scattered around. And if we come down here, this is supposed to be the kitchen. You have your potatoes and your fish heads, a little bit of pumpkin, and cupboards to the side with a hidden crafting bench. And as this is the back of the ship, you know, you see some random blocks about. Yeah, that's because that is directly the outer wall. It was quite awkward to work with the space, but I think it turned out alright. And if we open that door, we are now in the main loading room, which of course is my storage room for this series, or at least for now. But to be honest, we have 3 segments of 15 double chests each. Of course, we still have to do the fun bit of carting all the stuff over, as so far all of these chests are completely empty. That is where we get back out again through this little hut. But we also have the crew's quarters with 4 beds. I couldn't really fit in bunk beds as the ceiling isn't tall enough. You know, I could of course just shift it over, but that would be a bit squeezy. We have some saplings as, you know, decorations from foreign places the ship went, 2 sinks with towels, and just some, you know, maybe that's a hanger for clothes to dry. I don't know, a small chest for personal belongings, a barrel for the more larger things. Enough to make it interesting and also to make it functional. As you can see, we have some crafting tables in the floor also. As you know, that's a storage room, we need them. Also a crafting bench here, amongst barrels and composters, just for decorations. We can also come up here onto the roof of this building, but there's nothing really there, just a ladder up the sails. And I also have 4 banners here, and I'm planning on replacing them with some interesting patterns, but I think we'll save that for another day to decide on our flags that we want to have, you know, in general for this island. And if we jump into the water again, I think the thing I'm most happy with is the bow. I think that shaping turned out quite good. You know, you only have blocks, slabs and stairs to work with at that scale, and it's quite challenging, but I think I managed to get it round and still somewhat, not aerodynamic, but, you know, to give it a good shape. To the sides I also added those stripped log blocks with the signs to give it a bit of a texture and have the wall not completely flat, but have it, you know, by 2 pixels sticking out, which I think works out nicely. And the most important part, of course, is the front, which is quite long and has a very pointy, dramatic shape, but I just love it. I fiddled about with it quite a lot, as you can imagine. And by the way, the shaping extends all the way back there, just a lot of it is underwater, to really drive home the idea of a fast-running vessel. And I decided to call the ship Aurora, which I think makes sense for the ship, and maybe also a little bit of a tribute to my last, or my first Let's Play series, I should say, where we had settled down in a colder biome, where you might be able to see an aurora. And in case you're wondering what that mysterious block is, or in case you know that this is stripped pale oak, and you're then wondering how I got access to that, as obviously I did not have before, and maybe you're also wondering why I have that fancy cape. Well, mid-build I did venture out to find a pale garden, and here's how that went. Well, obviously the cape is not really from the pale garden, but from, you know, her community event. But let's just go with the storyline that I got it from the pale garden as well, because I was brave enough to take on the Kraken. I think it's probably easiest to go into that direction. Let's see what we can find. Apparently there are some ruins down there. I've never noticed that in all the many times I've been driving by here. Oh god. That was some... yeah. That was some suspicious gravel, oh dear. So maybe we... I was wondering what that strange looking block was. There's another one. I think I'll come back here eventually with a brush before I destroy any more. That is some broken terrain. I mean, I knew about the Shattered Savannah, but the Shattered Desert, or Shattered Beach, is new to me. Oh, I think that must be the closest village. Oh dear. We found so far. Oh, I just had some flashbacks from my Christmas adventure. Okay, that's a dark oak forest. I've ever seen one. So maybe we'll also find a pale garden. Oh, it extends further there. That dark oak forest is actually massive, and look what we found over there. That is certainly pale. Awesome. Alright, let's now be careful that I don't sink into the snow, because that would be awkward. It's everywhere and I don't have any leather boots. So let's go around it. Maybe should have just walked through the forest, might have been faster. Seriously, that patch is massive. There's a nether portal. Okay, I get distracted left, right and center. But actually I don't know how to even get there. That works, right? Anything useful? Oh, a gold mending pickaxe. Oh, and a mending chestplate. That's actually not too bad. Alright. Enough distractions. Back to the pale forest. Well, that's actually a massive one. Look at that. Alright. Let's see what's happening. I'm nervous. I'm quite nervous. I know that the creaking are not actually that strong. Their feature is really that you can't directly attack them. Still, I'm a scared elf. And I actually haven't brought any good food. So that is also an issue. Can you actually bone meal that stuff? Or do you have to gather it? Okay, it's dark and I've heard something. It's dark and I'm scared. there's one. Oh, there's a... That's not a Creakin. That certainly is not a Creaking. But also scary. Yep, there's one. Alright. Where are you from? Oh. That tree, so actually close by. It's just a bit awkward. Okay, that is... Oh god. Yep, that is very awkward. That guy's a bit too close for comfort. How are you supposed to do that? Is it actually that tree? Okay, but as you can see, they are not really making a lot of damage. Oh, no, it's... Oh, it's down there. There's also a creeper down there. Actually, not too close. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Oh boy, there's a zombie too. Awesome. Maybe let's get also already out the silk touch. Because I definitely want that heart. Okay, that is surprisingly challenging. And also... I think you need the shears for those, right? Wait, I had looked at you. Why are you attacking me? That's not fair. There it is. Awesome! We got our first heart. There's one. There's a skeleton. Oh, it's now imagine if there's powdered snow around here. That would be awkward. Of course it's going back. The thing actually is, you can just hit them a couple of times. And then see just where the resin is. Yeah, I know I could use F5, but I don't really want to be honest. Is it... Oh god. Is it that tree or is it another one? They're just so fast. Oh, it's that one. Okay, there it is. Oh, but there's other nonsense. That... Oh god. Actually, the other mobs are more dangerous, I think. Okay, let's swiftly sneak around that guy. Yeah, of course there's another skeleton hiding in the woods. Yeah, shoot the Creakin. Why can't I... Okay, I'm running now. Oh, there's another skeleton. Why? Oh, seriously. Stop it. I'm not here because of you. I want to play with the new guys. Okay, we actually already have uncovered the heart. But... You know... Okay. Good. That's taken care of. Maybe we just also leave the resin, ember resin? What is it actually called for now? We can clean that up in the morning. Oh, all the skellies are now out. Seriously, why are there so many skeletons? Everything else would be way more appreciated. Okay, it's about to get daytime, so better hear something rattling. But maybe that's just the ambience. Alright, but I think that was a successful night, right? For ever first encountering these guys and for being, well, the way I am. A coward. I think that was quite successful. But it's good to know that these woods are completely peaceful at daytime. Except for the skeletons, of course. Yeah, the ambience, even at the daytime. It freaks me out. You don't freak me out, but why is my bow almost dead? I've used quite a lot, apparently. But well, we have a skeleton spawner. Where all your brethren are serving me with their loot. That sounded like snow. Why? Why am I paranoid? I know that they can't spawn in the daytime. I know that. Toni, just relax. The creaking is real. But it can't hurt you in the daytime. At least I don't think it can. But what do I know? Gosh, the sky, I actually haven't looked at it so far. It's really creepy. And I certainly want to get out of here before the next nighttime comes. Let's see while we're here. Well. Okay, let's try again. Yay! Awesome! I was a bit worried then when you also didn't accept the bone number 2, but now you're my friend. So come with me. Lucky, that's what I call you. Lucky, because you were the lucky third offer acceptor or something like that. Right? Lucky? Yeah. You look so cute with your skin. You're aware of that? Alright, Lucky. Let's get in the boat, shall we? Oh, where are you speeding to? Come on. Jump right in. That is a good boy. So, and I think it's just straight back home, right? Are we on the right track? I feel a bit lost. Don't you wiggle your ears? It's adorable. I think that must be spawn right there. Looks like spawn. Yeah, then we're almost back home. Good, not lost. Even Lucky agrees. You have never been here, so how would you know? Huh. He's just smart. Smarty boy, that's why he knows. Look at our little lovely village rendering in. It's just lovely. Alright, come with me and meet Uno. Uno and Lucky, and a cat that still has no name. I guess I need some suggestions for that. So, the only thing left to do is now to organize and fill up that chest room and to clean up all the chest monsters I have spread out in this world. But obviously I won't do that on camera, as that's not too exciting to watch unless you have an organizing obsession. Maybe that will be some of you, but still I'm not going to do that on camera. And that also means that this episode is about to end here, as it, quite frankly, the ship took a lot longer than I anticipated. Plus the paid garden adventure, which also made the video quite long and turned pretty much a half video project into a full video project. But that's alright, as it means the next video will probably be out sooner than it otherwise would have been. And if you make sure to catch all of them, then make sure to subscribe. As for 2025, there's one thing that I have planned for this year, and that is to be very busy on my Let's Play channel and upload many videos, as we certainly have lots of things to do and I'm very excited for that. I hope you are too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking around, and see you next time back here on Copper Island. Bye! Okay, was that actually good? Good of an outro, good of an explanation and build showcase. I have no idea. Really, I have no idea. You know, you plan things out in your head and then you just forget half of them. As soon as you hit recording, your brain it does things without you really knowing what it does. It's what it feels like. And is that now the second installment of Clever Thoughts with Toni? Or is it just me rumbling and I'm gonna edit it out anyway? But I just need to get out this energy of confusion. Yeah, it is sometimes quite irritating. Talking into a microphone while you're pretty much staring at your own eyes. And it really feels like you're going insane. I mean, I probably am. Well, what means going? Already am. Always have been. But that's probably why you're here in the first place. I'm not saying you're insane, but you probably like to watch people that are insane. Because that's how entertainment works, right? Isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I should study that, but I barely watch television and that's probably for the better. Just watch YouTube because that's a lot better, isn't it? A lot smarter, more intelligent. Okay, that has to stop now. Otherwise that really turns into nonsense. See ya! And Happy New Year! I'm giving up. My fishing rod is almost dead and I still have not got it. After all that other junk, I'm done. I'm out of here.